I think, like a lot of coaches, you're searching for the magic bullet, the magic button, for a long time, and it's good to know that there isn't one. That's very liberating, or at least I am the magic button. And I suppose it's hard to differentiate between how it's changed me as a person and how it's changed me as a coach. Really, I suppose that's the best thing about it. Almost is that I've become more of a just me. I've been coaching maybe 18 months. Had a few clients. It was going pretty well. I was sort of enjoying it, but not really. I don't think I'd stepped up into the role as being a professional coach then. I still had another job. Um, Clients were coming in a very sort of hit and miss way. I was impacting them. I think I was doing well as a coach, but I wasn't perhaps as confident as I could be. I was always looking for the next thing. I was always searching for the next training that would make me feel like that I'd arrived, or the next sort of marketing sort of plan, I suppose. And that's where I was when I first started. I'd got a coach who was a niche coach. So I was sort of exploring that a lot, trying to find a niche, trying to go down that route. And it didn't really fit with my ideals about what I wanted to do, really. I felt it was all stuff I'd heard before, nothing particularly new, nothing that, I don't know, I suppose, I think like a lot of coaches, you're searching for the magic bullet, the magic button, for a long time. And it's good to know that there isn't one. That's very liberating. Or at least I am the magic button. During doing the course, well, I had so many insights. It was when I started to go a lot deeper into it and really understand, the implications of this understanding. And I suppose it's hard to differentiate between how it's changed me as a person and how it's changed me as a coach, really. I suppose that's the best thing about it, almost, is that I've become more of a just me, it being who I am and showing up. And Jamie talks a lot about grounding, as the number one thing. And wow, that is everything. That he wasn't right. He wasn't wrong. Grounding is so important to everything I do. That changed my practice, changed how I show up as a coach, changed how I am now. I don't see it as chasing clients anymore. I'm just sharing what I know and having a lot of fun. I suppose that's the best thing about it, is that it's just fun. It's just fun now. So I think that's the biggest thing. I mean, it's as small and as big as that, which is it's changed everything for me. And I see it now that, the way I show up as a coach, there is no structure to it in the best possible way. I speaking to people, connecting with people, building relationships with people. But I think for a long time that was like, this is the technique I'm using. I'm going to do this, this, and this to get a client. And I think it was really getting into that space of, oh no, that's not how it works. That's not what this is all about. And dropping that last caveat, which was to get a client. And that's what makes it fun. That's what makes it light. Paradoxically, that's what makes people want to work with you, because there is that sharing from your heart. Down to the work I do with clients now. In the past, there's always a certain amount of struggle. There's always a certain amount of stress going on for me in, am I going to be able to help them? Am I going to be able to impact them? Am I going to be able to get them to where they want to be? But, and that first recording I ever heard from Jamie about talking about this was that, people only ever come with two problems. They're preoccupied and they're underestimating themselves. And I see that now, 100%. And that really has changed everything about how I work with clients. I don't, in the best possible way, I don't take on the stories anymore. I just see through that and see their humanity and love them for that, and then help them move away from that. And that always works. That always impacts them, that because that's the truth of what's going on for them always. And yeah, like I said before, it was always like I saw them in the quicksand, and I was jumping in the quicksand with them, trying to get them out. And now I see all that going back to grounding. You need to be on firm ground to help pull somebody out of there, not jumping with them. So I suppose that's the biggest difference and that I have with clients now, is that I never believed their stories. Because I see that they are okay, and means I can work with anybody now. Speaking about return on investment in the course, definitely I have. I can free up my time to be able to do this and explore new creative avenues for myself. I've just started a new podcast. I've just started set up a training company with somebody, and that's all come from this because I'm playing now. I'm in that creative space. I think being able to come from this creative space is the biggest thing that's happened since, really, that I can just play and see what shows up and enjoy it.